Welcome back everyone, Zaf here to yet another soul leveling rise video. I know I just put one out, but we have a new notice here. You can see it was just uploaded, only 1,000 people have looked at it, and it is a balance adjustment notice to our hunters and to our weapons. We have all the before and afters here. These will occur after the recent update, that being on the Wednesday, which is happening right now as of the making of this video. So all these hunters and weapons are getting a buff, and some of them are honestly a little bit crazy. I did briefly look through them, but let's go over it together. And real quick, remember to support us. You get free rewards by doing so. The link will be down below. This is netmarble's official page. We're number 1 for supporters and number 3 for the creator rankings, just based on how much your supporters have spent. It is a free program, no purchase necessary, so make sure you go ahead and support us. That way you get some juicy free rewards. So Min, at the advancement tier 2 stage, he's getting a 3% HP buff, nothing too crazy here, but with Yunhu, our light breaker, he's getting an overall damage buff. Nothing too crazy, around 2 to 5% depending on what it is, so his skills will deal more damage, but I don't really see any specific gigantic buffs to him. His passive Unlock White Flames is getting a 10% light damage buff, so that's pretty good. And same with this one here, improving his critical rate by 8% to 16%, not bad. So overall, I would say these buffs make him a little bit more usable. He isn't the best, I wouldn't say so, because you'll see in just a second, our other hunters are also getting buffs. We have Jiwoo, like I said in previous videos, she's getting a mana buff, so she's regenerating 10 more mana upon applying the Water Dragon training, which is her passive, so very interesting. We also have a buff for Emma. Instead of her heat absorption passive being applied once, it is being applied twice. This just refers to her basic attacks and when she gets hit, so nice. We can get her passive off even quicker, but one hunter that has needed love for a very long time is Wu. Wu is getting an overall alright buff. I still don't see anything too major here. Like, these are only a 5% buff, 5% buff. Nothing too crazy from what I can see here. He does get a little bit more penetration, and he gets more stacks. This is probably good, a 10% defense bonus, so a 10% damage buff for him. But overall, he is definitely more usable now. He's not at the bottom of our barrel. But the thing is, all other hunters have gotten buffed. One hunter in particular, I'm going to skip Silvermane Yunhu. I want to jump to Cha. Cha is getting a buff. What's up with that? She's getting around a 5% buff overall to her damage, which is kind of crazy. She's already one of our strongest hunters, so she's getting a massive buff. Same with Choi. Choi is getting a ton of attack increases to his skills. By attack increase, I mean percentages. So overall, some massive buffs. His ultimate is getting a solid damage increase. His basic skills as well, solid increases there. So this just makes his new capabilities even better. Happy to see that. Dongso is another hunter we needed to see improvements for. And overall, these damage buffs are kind of crazy. I think he got the highest buffs, at least to his ultimate. This is a very nice buff, around 10%. Crazy damage increase for his ulti, and all his passives are getting an overall buff as well. So overall, Dongso does look more usable now, we'll have to see. But one hunter on this list that is getting a very interesting buff, depending on how the buff is applied. As you know with Libora, her Phantom Foxes are her main damage source. Once you get her to A1, I believe, she summons 3 foxes, and that is exactly when she starts dealing more damage. So not only did it get a buff, the foxes also get Libora's crit rate and crit damage applied to them. It is a partial amount, but depending on what that amount is, it could be a very substantial buff. Now, Lim is also getting a buff as well, actually one of the more solid buffs we've seen. His Typhoon Fire is getting a nice buff, his Q as well, not bad, decent damage boost. His auto attacks as well, not too crazy, but what I want to see is his ultimate, a 15% boost. That's quite substantial. His stack at A5 is also getting a 50% boost, so that translates to a 14% attack increase. So I think Lim is actually going to be a very powerful unit. We do have to wait and test it, but I do have very high hopes for Lim, Libora, Dongso, and also Cha, because Cha got buffed. What's up with that? Anyways, going down, I did cover these units here. Who else is left? We also have some SR units, so these are all getting buffs. I won't really cover too many of these. I don't think there's any that really stand out, but Joe here, I believe that's the light unit. Let me just double check. Yeah, I just checked. That is our light unit, and he is actually very powerful. So getting him to A5, he is a light nuker, technically speaking. So this actually makes him very powerful. I think this really puts him ahead of our other SR units, or at least puts him towards the top of our tier list, because this is a substantial damage bonus, over a 20% buff to his ultimate, and solid buffs to his other skills, 10% here, 10% there, so very nice. But what I really want to look at now is our weapons. Vulcan's Rage is getting a buff. We will have to test it with the concentration bonus it provides. It does look fairly promising actually. A 9% bonus here. It provides us more of a shield, but I really doubt we're going to use it, and that's actually the only other SR weapon that got buffed. So with Demon's King Longsword, the lightning skill has a reduced execution time, which is very good. It did previously take a very long time to get off, so that's a positive change for sure. So overall, the devs basically buffed all our SSR hunters. They didn't forget about any hunter. Cha obviously got the smallest buff because she's honestly one of the strongest units. I would say she's the most well-rounded. Fantastic damage, is a breaker, is a natural tank, provides shields. Basically, she does it all. And we also have one more update notice here. We have the full details for the recent update that's coming out today. We have the new weapon, which I did outline earlier. It is a water weapon that does provide freezes. Let me play it here. So it's loading up here, and wow, the production quality is quite high for that intro. So this is a weapon here, the Scatty. I'm going to skip a bit through. So it does look like it's ice. Does it provide a freeze? And we'll see in just a second here. There is a lot of crowd control, and yeah, it did freeze. This seems like a interesting weapon. So you can time the freeze, AoE as well. It's not going to miss any enemy, so that's a solid weapon. And also our video is here, make sure you check it out. I just uploaded it, going over the new bond system. And going down here, we have more notices. The new SSR Hunter is added and her exclusive weapon. So a brief summary of her there. Going down, we have a new costume as well, and one for Jinwoo as well. Interesting. This is honestly one of my favorite skins so far. I know it doesn't look super cool, but this is what I feel like I'm always doing with gates, constantly having to complete them, constantly mining. So that is a skin I'm willing to pick up. It looks like these will be purchased from the shop. I'm assuming that's how we unlock it. Very interesting. And we also have the gem system, bond system, and also the Battlefield Chaos nodes here. So with the Battlefield Chaos, which gives us gems, we defeat randomly appearing bosses consecutively. There are a total of 5 battlefields, and different battlefields are open daily. Okay, that's very interesting. So Monday through Friday. And each battlefield does have different tiers. And since there is 5, I'm assuming on the weekends, we can play in every single one of the battlefields, since each battlefield does have an individual tier, just like with instance dungeons and encore missions. So we can pick the tier, getting rewards based on those tiers. The conditions for forming a team and the recommended attributes differ based on the type and tier of the battlefield, okay? So we have to optimize for each battlefield. We get this after clearing chapter 15, and we find it in our lobby. Very nice, very nice. And once we reach the daily reward limit, we can't get any more, even if we clear the battlefield. So I don't know if this is an unlimited run feature where we just get a set number of rewards. I'm assuming that's probably what it's going to be based on the description here. But anyways, as we do the Battlefield Chaos, we get gems. So a gem system is added where we can apply stats by equipping gems in these slots, and gems can be obtained through the Battlefield Chaos and Celebration coin exchanges, okay? Stats obtained from gem equipment will be applied to all hunters, shadows, and Jinwoo. That's very nice. So it's a global buff system. We're about to get a whole lot stronger. I can't wait to see more on that. And again, we get at chapter 15. But hold on, there's a huge caveat here. You are not able to unequip the gems, and the equipped gem will disappear upon changing with another gem. Oh boy. You can try to fuse higher level gems by using lower level gems as materials. So that's a toughie. Do we equip our gems? Can we fuse already equipped gems and rank them up? Or is it a equip once and then it's lost forever feature? I'm not sure. I will definitely have to test this. So this is a huge caveat. It feels the same as unequipping artifacts and getting charged gold. Oh well, it is what it is. But hopefully this isn't a game-breaking feature. We also have a new Hunter Archive. So for Park and Alicia, these will be added in, so a bunch of free essence stones. And again, the bond system is coming in. And a check-in event for Alicia, perfect, even more rewards. And yes, this is what we want. the rate up banner for her, and also the lucky capsule event. So as you summon for her, you'll probably get tickets. That way you can lock her weapon even faster and get additional rewards along the way. Perfect. She also has her growth tournament as well, and we have a points event. Complete designated missions in various points events categories to earn points and obtain rewards based on the accumulated points. So I guess we just have to see what that's for. But overall, everything seems standard, and everyone was waiting for this to see if Silvermane Yunhu will be added to the custom draw banner, and yes it is. Basically 1 month after the rate up banner is finished, the Hunter will be added to the custom draw banner. So now we know Choi was added and now Silvermane Yunhu. So soon enough Cha will arrive. It'll take 1 month, so we have to wait a while, but it will be added eventually. And we did go over the balance adjustments earlier, and we have certain monsters getting adjusted. Baruka, which is a tough foe. The number of times the ground area range skill that explodes sequentially is generated will be reduced, okay? A slight nerf. And the Ice Elf Guard Captain, the one monster we hate facing due to the tornado. So certain tornado skills will be adjusted. The speed when it chases you will be reduced, thankfully. The hit frequency is increased though, but the damage is reduced as well, and the duration is reduced, thank goodness. I hate the tornado, but it looks like for floor 22 the duration will not change, and the damage as well. So we're still going to end up suffering through floor 22. Oh well, we'll just have to live with it. And going down we have new packages. I'm not sure what the parade tab is about, I might have missed it, but it looks like we're getting a bunch of free rewards. We're getting free gate keys, free gold, we're also getting free weapon enhancements, essence zones, rate up tickets, and also support chests. So I'll take those, but there are purchases here, so diamonds, rate up draw tickets, and gold. This looks like it's just a limited time package that probably is decent value, I'm assuming. So we'll have to wait in game to see what that's all about. And it looks like we get rewards based on our total purchase count, okay? Just like the bonus tab we're used to seeing. And going down here, we have the new packages, so costumes, Alicia's costume here, and also her weapon. These usually cost around 4,000 diamonds, I believe, a little bit expensive, and her skin's about $20 to $25 if I remember correctly. And we have our Hunter Pass being added in. This is always fantastic value for pay to win, and this is what I want to see. Okay, so as you know, the bonus tab does give us free rewards. By free, I mean when you purchase every single day. For a multitude of days, you'll get some rewards. And it looks like Choi is the SSR unit here. I have mine to A6, so I guess I'll get him to A7 now. And it looks like we also get the Grimoire, so that means we have to make $3 in purchases over 10 days. But the most optimal route for the bonus tab is to make 2 $1 purchases every day. You'll accumulate 2 every single day, so in 15 days, you can get the Grimoire, you can get Choi, and if you want to buy it for 5 more days, you can get the Epic Rune Chest or Blessing Stone Chest, whatever they provide. So overall, decent value. And going down, we also have a chance pack, so products are displayed as the game progresses. So until I see it, I won't really know more information about it. It even says detailed information can be seen in game, okay? And we also have notes about packages. Nothing too crazy here, but it does let you know the reset limits for all packages, monthly, weekly, and daily. Okay, nothing too important there. And some system improvements. Decrease the difficulty of extreme evasion. Interesting. So we'll have to see how that's changed. And do I see anything else that's important here? It looks like auto mode is getting a slight improvement. Descriptions changed in special summons, but overall nothing too crazy. You can read that when you get bored. And same with these bug fixes. I'm not going to cover all these, not important. I'm sure there's some good stuff there, but not for this video. Not something I do want to waste your time with. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to cover all these updates and also the buffs to all our weapons. Crazy improvements. I can't wait to use Cha now. She got buffed, not something I expected at all. So do stay tuned for the next video. I'll have it on the gem system and the new dungeon that we have. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Soul Leveling Rise content. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment to let me know what you think about the recent update. That's all I had for you today. This is Zaf signing out.